Alright, so they have released some more information for Warzone and DMZ once again. I don't know why we keep going back to Warzone and stuff, but obviously I'm going to just go ahead and say the ones that we haven't seen yet. If obviously you guys have not seen the other videos or seen the other patch notes, if you guys go over to the other videos, the patch notes should be in the description and you guys can check out those patch notes. But we're just going to go over the ones we have not seen yet or was told about into more in depth. So we're going to go and get into it now. So first off, we have a Trello board coming for Warzone, and obviously right here it says Raven Software is set to launch a Trello board which will track and provide updates on live issues players may have or may encounter while playing the game. It will also include patch notes, playlist updates, any XP event information. You can visit the Trello board right there, and obviously I'm going to put the link in the description as well so you guys can see the patch notes and the Trello board as well in the description if you guys are curious, and you guys can, bookmark or whatever you want to do with them. In addition, bookmark the following page and expect Warzone 2.0 in Offer 2 patch notes to be available here. Obviously that's the Call of Duty blog, which obviously we don't have yet, but anyways. Alright, welcome to Warzone. At the start of a battle royale match, when operators drop from a cargo plane somewhere over Al Mazrah, expect to have only a X12 handgun, 2 armor plates, and a pair of fists to your name. Everything else must be collected within the map, including a proper loadout. Returning from the original Warzone, a loadout in Battle Royale contains the following: primary and secondary weapon, lethal and tactical equipment, and perk package, a pre-made set of 4 perks containing Modern Warfare 2 base, bonus, and ultimate perks. Loadouts arrive in loadout drops, which can descend at any time between the 2nd and 6th circle collapses through an in-game event. Loadouts can also be earned earlier in the match by clearing out a stronghold once those are available. See stronghold section for more details, which obviously we're going to go ahead and check out later. If a loadout is lost, or if you want to have elements from multiple loadouts on your operator, you can earn additional loadouts by clearing another stronghold or picking up another loadout drop. Custom weapons. Instead of buying loadouts from a buy station, the buy station contains only custom primary weapons from your loadouts. This allows you to spend that earned cash on a weapon that fits your personal meta, but those other loadouts items are only earned by risking the trip to a loadout drop or by clearing out a stronghold. So of course you guys could not understand that. Basically, if you're buying your loadout or whatever in the buy station, you will only get the primary weapon. You won't get perks, your secondary, you won't get none of that. You're just gonna get your primary weapon. That's it. The one that you made. That's all. In order to get the other stuff, which is like the secondaries and perks, you will have to get them through a stronghold or loadout drop. So of course there's going to be a backpack in DMZ and Battle Royale, and of course what you're going to be able to do with it is anytime you could switch out active loadout items with whatever's in the backpack. But on top of that though, in terms of item gathering, there is no menu navigating outside of these containers, duffel bags, cash registers, weapon lockers, and medicine cabinets. By default, cash, armor, and any items that you already have in your loadout or backpack are automatically picked up. So for interrogation, after successfully downing an enemy player in a squad-based mode, you can either go for the, I don't know how that is, I'm gonna go with execution because I'm guessing that's what it is, or maybe, something like that. Or more strategically, interrogate them. By interacting with a downed enemy player, you will learn the locations of all their allies via red dot pings on the minimap, as well as outlines in the environment like a snapshot grenade. For a short period of time, you will also see the locations of any place equipment they may have. This effect also dissipates once the interrogatee dies or is revived. In some games, the circle collapse will behave as normal, one circle that closes in several stages. All previous tactics for outrunning the collapse and fighting within it apply. In other games, the circle collapse can split into multiple circles, up to 3 in some cases. This can happen at any time in between the first and final 2 collapses. It's not going to happen every single game, luckily, because I know some people were scared of that. However, it still is going to be annoying whenever that does happen, but at least it's not all the time. Alright, I'm not exactly sure if they went into detail on the circles, but I'm gonna read it just in case. Split circles will be smaller than a normal circle collapse. Their size also depends on how early or late the circle split happens in a match. Regardless of the exact size of these split circles, weapons that are better for in-game close combat, SMGs especially, will typically have increased value. No, any large building or clusters of smaller structures to sweep through while in one of these circles and mine any open spaces that can create mid to long range engagement opportunities. While difficult, it is possible to engage with enemies in other circle collapses during a split collapse. One strategy is for expert snipers. Those who account for bullet drop and can roughly see through the hazy collapse can make out enemies in other circles, especially when you're in a circle on high ground such as at the observatory, considering looking across the collapse and try to hit an unexpected elimination. The other, though riskier, strategy is using a combination of gas masks and stims to will your way between circles. In total desperation situations, like when a squad has you pinned up against the collapse itself, it may be worth burning those items to a potentially safer circle. Those who know about rotating or positioning yourself toward the next circle will need to account for all circles coming back together as one after a split collapse. Individual circles will ultimately meet in the middle, Venn diagram style. Checking the larger attack map is crucial for planning next steps, as it is often best to be toward the direction of the future safe area to get ahead of the pack. So of course, with a gulag, we already know that it's going to be 2v2, and on launch, you're going to be having a pistol or shotgun, a lethal grenade, and a tactical grenade. But within the gulag, there's going to be a jailer who jumps down onto the circular platform during the duel. The jailer has increased health compared to a normal operator, as well as a minigun, which takes a second to wind up before unleashing a storm of bullets. Eliminating the jailer instead of the opposition returns all 4 gulag entrants back into the game, while just eliminating the opposition just brings one duo back into the match. Also, once you eliminate the opposition, you will return to the match with the gulag loadout as a parting gift. So next up, we're on the DMZ as of right now, and these are the factions that are going to be inside of DMZ. So first, we're going to go ahead and go on with Legion, a private military contractor with conflicting reports about its ties to greater Western powers. The Legion is the first faction an operator can accept jobs from, as they are desperate to gain a foothold in the global conflict. Soldiers who join the Legion are said to no longer exist on paper, and those who contract them are afforded enough plausible deniability to order any missions that would otherwise be considered acts of war. Just like you, the Legion is curious about what the DMZ holds, what can be gained and extracted from this new battleground, and who exactly are the threats that want to maintain control of Al Mazrah. While assisting the Legion, you may realize what power can do to those not ready to wield it. Our next faction is White Lotus. After successfully completing multiple missions for the Legion, you will eventually learn about DMZ's second faction, one fighting to its heels to regain silent dominance over the region. For years, White Lotus used Al Mazrah's abundance of natural resources to help fuel its benefactors, who are rapidly expanding their public infrastructure projects both within and beyond its borders. However, attrition from Al-Qatala, my bad, and other factions have significantly reduced their presence. In assisting the White Lotus, you may eventually help them retake their original operations base, which could ultimately re-establish the control they once had over the DMZ. Our last faction we have is Black Mouse. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. This third faction comes online only after you complete multiple missions from both the Legion and White Lotus, as they hold knowledge as the ultimate form of power. An anonymous, decentralized group, Black Mouse has a shadow presence over the DMZ. Despite a lack of known leadership, the group is built on 3 key tenets: do not talk about the Black Mouse, do not reveal your personal identity, and do not attack the defenseless. Their missions are grounded in espionage and cyber warfare, using technology found in the DMZ to have total reconnaissance. Bro, I don't know these words, bro. Just like in Battle Royale, DMZ contains quick completion objectives that can be accepted in match for cash and other rewards. While these contracts share the same icons as their Battle Royale counterparts, their objectives are different. Here are some of the DMZ contracts on offer in the attack map icon for each. Secure intel, magnifying glass. Find intel on hard drives, then go to the nearest radio tower to upload its data. Alternatively, it may task you to collect uranium rods found with a Geiger counter. Elimination, crosshair. Assassinate an AI target guarded by multiple combatants, or at least confirm their death. Hostage, handcuffs. Rescue a hostage with a locked building then carry them to the nearest helicopter exfil location. Cargo delivery / shipment briefcase. Depending on the specific contract, find a vehicle or boat with previous cargo for a drop-off at a marked location. Feel free to keep the vehicle after the drop-off. Hunt skull. Hunt an enemy operator team marked as high-value targets (HVTs) due to their activity within the DMZ match. Destroy supplies. Bomb. Locate and destroy 2 supply sites with planted bombs. Other icons on DMZ's TAC map indicate additional side objectives. Safes. These contain tons of cash but take time to crack open. The drill you need to use to open a safe attracts AI competence and is loud enough to draw the attention of other operators as well. SAM sites. These anti-air turrets can shoot down planes carrying precious cargo. Activate them to potentially send a supply box containing valuable items crashing down. UAV towers. Find these around Al Mazrah to receive intel on AIs and operator locations via the minimap. Hidden caches. I'm so sorry, everyone. Anyways, obviously not marked on the map. Learn where these are likely to be found for consistent valuable item drops. Strongholds. These also exist in Battle Royale. Skip down to the strongholds overview for more details. Occasionally parts of Al Mazrah may be under the effects of 2 conditions. Sandstorms. As a desert city, these conditions can kick up at any time, reducing visibility and damaging operators over time. If one hits, evacuate the area ASAP. Radiation. Not much is known about its origins, but this is deadly condition can poison operators. Loading pills and a new field upgrade can be found to counteract its effects. Alright, so this is interesting. While DMZ focuses mainly on eliminating AIs, you may also encounter other operators during your travels across Al Mazrah. You are free to engage or avoid these other squads as you see fit. In squad-based DMZ matches, such as trios at launch, there's also the option to assimilate with other squads instead of fighting them. Though you might be initially reticent to partner with rival operators, through proximity chat and a calm head, you can try to foster a temporary alliance. You may be glad you did, as this is incredibly useful. First, if all operators are trying to complete the same faction mission, they may want to party up and tackle it together. Alternatively, if one group is newer DMZ and can convince a more experienced party to help them out, that could help them survive in a match longer, or in situations where 2 squads are in a heated battle, they can ultimately decide to save their ammo, assimilate, and revive each other before soldiering on. Also, after assimilating, operators cannot pull a General Shepherd and cut loose ends. Friendly fire is disabled on temporary squad mates. In DMZ, you can carry the following items in a loadout: 2 weapons with their maximum amount of ammo, 2 equipment pieces, a field upgrade and kill streak, and armor plates and gas mask. Everything else, such as cash, additional ammo, weapons, and equipment, and valuables, is stored in the backpack. Each item picked up in DMZ that is over the loadout capacity is automatically placed into the backpack. If the item is within a container, you must individually select items from the container to place within the backpack. If at any time you wish to drop something within the backpack, it must be individually selected and dropped. The same applies for swapping inactive loadout items like equipment or refilled upgrades with ones in your loadout. Carrying around different types of loadout items is incredibly helpful for adapting to the DMZ. For example, keeping a spare heartbeat sensor in the backpack is helpful for traveling through strongholds where multiple combatants and operators can be present, or if you're about to go across a wide open stretch of desert, you can stash a shotgun in the backpack and swap to a long-range rifle. Every item, including loadout items like weapons, also has a cash value associated with it. Exchange these items at buy stations for cash to use for missions or other items. Found across DMZ, contraband weapons are the primary means of defense and are the main items permanently lost in the DMZ upon death. Any weapon found within DMZ is considered a contraband weapon. This includes weapons found on operators or combatants or loose in the world or within containers. Contraband weapons can contain anywhere from 0 to 5 attachments and may not be the most effective version of the weapon possible. For more potent armaments, consider obtaining weapon blueprints. Other than contraband, you also have access to the weapon blueprints in DMZ. Weapon blueprints have a unique property. They are not permanently lost upon death. Instead, dying in DMZ with a weapon blueprint on your person makes the blueprint inaccessible for a period of time, usually a few hours. Functional weapons. In DMZ, extracting with any contraband weapon unlocks it across all other modes. This includes the M13B assault rifle, a new free functional weapon earned by defeating Redacted. So just like Warzone, they brought back the final party system, but instead they allowed preference filters. So these can be in-game communication style, which is voice chat, text chat, or ping, main language, which you can select up to 3 language preferences, and playstyle, primary, secondary, competitive, casual, objectives, high kills. This will also be available in some multiplayer modes during Season 1. Also, just like Apex Legends, they included a tactical ping wheel. So now you're going to be able to put regrouping here, looting here, watching here, attacking here, a general ping, stay quiet, I need help, a simulation related. Another concept across both modes at launch is the presence of strongholds and their more elite variant, the Black Site. At the end of the first circle collapse in Battle Royale matches, 3 strongholds are activated around the map and do not require a key for access. At the beginning of the DMZ match, several strongholds will become accessible by finding a key somewhere around the map. In both modes, they are marked with large green castle icons and contain AIs. In Battle Royale, the first team to reach a stronghold must defuse a bomb before time expires. Otherwise, the objective is to clear a specific amount of enemies, both AI and rival operators' accounts. This is also the default objective in DMZ. Once inside, operators are free to take any items after clearing threats, which can include enemy operator squads who can enter at any time, completing a stronghold. And Battle Royale also offers a loadout crate and a temporary UAV effect of the surrounding area. Black sites available only in Battle Royale are a more dangerous form of strongholds. This requires a key, Black Site key, to access, which is given to the first operator or squad that clears a stronghold. The Black Site is marked with a skull icon and contains considerably tougher enemies, including a unique Juggernaut boss. The reward for completing a Black Site is great. First, a permanent weapon blueprint is immediately rewarded for use in all modes. During the match itself, operators also get tons of legendary items, as well as a permanent UAV of the area surrounding the Black Site until its end the circle collapse. While the above is not necessary for success in either mode, it can certainly help you in the squad stock up on supplies and intel. So we have the whole vehicle roster here, which I'm just going to quickly go through. We have the ATV, which is a 1 driver, 2 passenger plus additional hop-ons, and the damage rate is low. We have the UTV, which is 1 driver, 3 passengers, damage low. Hatchback, 1 driver, 3 passengers, damage medium. Chop top, 1 driver, 3 passengers, low medium damage. SUV, which is 1 driver, 3 to 4 passengers, damage rating medium. The Hummer, which is a 1 driver, 4 passengers, medium damage. A tactical vehicle, 1 driver, 3 passengers, medium high damage. Cargo truck, 1 driver, 1 indoor passenger plus flatbed, as many passengers and vehicles that can fit. Damage rating medium high. Light helo, 1 pilot, 4 passengers, damage rating medium high. Heavy chopper, 1 pilot, cargo bay, as many passengers a vehicle that can fit. The high damage rating. RHIB, 1 captain, 3 seated passengers plus flat body, as many passengers that can fit. Damage rating low medium. Armored patrol boat, 1 captain, 2 passengers / exposed, .50 cal gunner plus flat body, as many passengers can fit, high damage rating. So some things you can do with vehicles is passengers in contained vehicles such as a hatchback or SUV can lean out the window to fire their weapons. And then we have seat swapping, which is a more advanced strategy with vehicles involves swapping seats. Those who can quickly swap to passenger seat will make the vehicle coast for 2 seconds, allowing you to heal using a stim, throw on an armor plate, or potentially pick up a kill. Alternatively, switching seats often as the passengers can throw off enemy fire. Get on up, an even riskier maneuver. You can also now climb onto the roof of some ground vehicles from the passenger or driver's seat. This is great for bailing out quickly or when you want to jump on an enemy vehicle for a unique engagement starter. Vehicles also have more realistic damage in Modern Warfare 2 compared to previous games. Try shooting out the tires of an enemy vehicle to make it hard to control, or blow off the doors to make it easier to target enemies inside. That's pretty much it, because we already went over these before in another video, which was the first blog post I believe we did. But yeah, anyways though, if you guys are not aware, if you don't have Modern Warfare 2 and if you do buy it, you will get some bonus XP for having Modern Warfare 2. So yeah, But anyways though, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time, man. Let me know what y'all think of these blog posts. I don't know, this one's alright. Something we already know ish. But anyways though, I'll see you later, man. Y'all take it easy. Peace out.